recent stuff where they talk about has been about a year and a half. This has been 10 years for me, since 2010. What's important that I want to say to the board and to others is I'm not standing here right now speaking for the name that's on the front of my shirt, which is Murray Rice. I'm speaking on behalf of the crest on our shoulder, the Bruce Jaw Police Service, the institution of policing, and the requirements and the oath that I took and the importance of that. So, I'm not whining up here. I'm going to tell the truth. I want to commend the chief for the actions that he's taken in doing the right thing. I want to commend the most recent investigators for their long hours. I know on days this sort of opened up a wound for myself again, because I know the look on your face. I can only imagine the thoughts in your head as you worked your way through this, because that's the position I've been in for 10 years. I know what you're doing. When we go back to policing, and the principles of policing, the level of integrity and ethics and accountability has to be so much higher than any other institution in our world. And if we allow that, so for instance, the normal world, integrity of police is up here, has to be up here. We lost that a little bit. It's coming back. It's not over. We have to learn from what we've been through here. We have to learn. One of the things that troubles me right now is we hear people say, let's just get this over with, it's done, or whatever. That's part of it. I get it. I'm tired of it. But we've got to learn from it. Learn from it as frontline officers. Learn from it as supervisors. Learn from it from administration. And we have to learn, the public needs to learn too. And we're going to hopefully instill that accountability and that confidence in our police service, which for the most part I feel in Moose Jaw as well, and I know your reports reflect that. You know, people think highly of us. But this has been a bit of a glitch on our radar, on my radar for many years here now. One of the frustrating parts that I saw when I brought my concerns forward, personally I guess, I didn't feel it was properly dealt with by the management team that was in place. And that's not good. We need to be able to police our own police within our buildings. What happened here, and what led to some of the difficulties I know the investigators have had to deal with now, is that Mr. Murdock's behavior was enabled by previous administration. To me, that's not cool. And it also didn't help him. Because I don't know, I guess he learned that, well, maybe I can get away with this or continue on for another 9-year policing career. And one of the biggest problems that I had with it all was, and I struggle with it not going my way. That's, every day you go, well, my line, and it's just not going my way. No, this is the institution of policing and how it needs to be. And the trouble I had is seeing that individual wearing a police uniform since 2010, day after day, interacting with our public, interacting with other officers, and the potential of what we've had to deal with. I guess it reinforces my thoughts I was right. But we're moving on. We're going to bring that accountability and ethics up. And these weren't mistakes that were made by an individual. Some people may say, oh, mistakes get made. We all make mistakes. We all know that. When you make the same, for instance, 100 and some files where he chose not to do a report on, that's a decision, not a mistake. When you don't stop and take into consideration as a police officer or a law enforcement officer, the victim and the impact of your actions that it has on them, One of the most recent being, and I know